Sometimes darkness can become your light.
I'm getting tired of you. Bye-bye now. Let's start with something light.
Storm begins! Beginning... Sweep! Over here.
I'm on my way.
Ha!
Spear of Ragnar! Bleed!
Can you hold out much longer? Shall we bet on it?
Keep watching, everyone! There is no mercy in a real fight! On my honor as a dragon, I will punish you.
I won't miss.
Can you hold out for more?
Unleash my power!
All is done. How dare you? How about this? All is done. You'll regret facing me. I present to you the greatest magic!
Burning hatred. A desire for revenge.
Forbidden spell. Destroy all!
Let's end this and see who falls.
Forbidden spell. Destroy all!
A warrior never loses!
How dare you!
Here it is!
You'll regret facing me.
On my honor as a dragon, I will punish you. Excuse me?
You'll be pierced straight through.
Destruction. Answer my call.
You'll regret facing me. All is done. Flutter, gust.
Whisk them all away!
On my honor as a dragon, I will punish you. How dare you!
What's up guys, Jason Z here. So for Epic Hell Advent, I switched some gear around to upgrade the one-shot Queen Luna, and my love for this unit was reawakened, so I was like, hey, what if I make this like a permanent thing? But of course, I can't just give Luna my best rage and penny gear just because she actually needs to perform. And perform she did, because as you just saw, Luna one-shot all the hunts. So she technically can't one-shot Golem. But first of all, I feel I was very upfront that Luna can only kind of one-shot every hunt. Also, this is definitely an imprint difference. Both my Vivian and Luna have no imprints. If I were to triple S both of them, Luna could definitely one-shot the Golem. Another thing I want to be upfront about is that these teams, besides Wyvern, Caides, and Azimanak, are strictly worse versions of the one-shot teams I already made. So if I ever want to farm Golem or Banshee for some reason, I'm not going to be using the Luna team. I'm going to use the teams depicted in my other videos about those hunts. However, if you want to build the least number of units on Rage Set as possible, I wanted to show that you only need to build Luna, and Sirmia, and Watcher Shuri. Which I know sounds bad, but this means you don't have to build Viking or Soul, which saves you a lot of Molagora and gear, because 3 is less than 5. But alrighty, before I reveal all my stats and secrets, make sure to subscribe. I do all kinds of Epic 7 content, so there's definitely something on my channel for you. Alright, that's enough of an intro, let's show off the one-shot queen herself, Luna. She is on a Rage and Pen set gear with Hellcutter because for some hunts, Hellcutter is better than DDJ, namely Cage, where I think it's a bug that Daydream Joker is working there right now, but unsure, and Banshee, which doesn't have a whole lot of HP. Since in all of the situations where DDJ works better, Hellcutter also works, I just decided to keep her on Hellcutter so I don't need to constantly switch her artifact. The exclusive equipment you give her doesn't matter, so I just gave her the one for the S1, so that way I can also use her for Fire Expedition, and as you can see, mine has no imprints. I don't know if I want to use my slates on her because for the hunts where I actually intend on using her, Azimanak, Caides, and Wyvern, she works perfectly fine with the same level of RNG as my previous hunts. Anyways, my Luna has 4.8k attack, 314 crit damage, and 85% crit rate, which means her S3 will crit anything because she attacks with elemental advantage. There's a teensy bit of RNG with using Luna because her passive gives her 30% attack when her HP is above 50%, so if the mobs hard focus her, she might not get the 30% boost. But once again, from my experience with Wyvern, Azimanak, and Caides, having the boost doesn't really seem to impact the success of the run, I think. I'll need to do more testing. Her gear is pretty cracked, not gonna lie. Except for these freaking boots. I could not roll a Rage Set boot with attack percent main stat with crit damage roll, so yeah. If I could get better boots, I am pretty sure she could one-shot the Golem with no imprints. Anyways, now let's show off her teammates. We'll start with Golem because I was just talking about that. Alright, so first up we got Free Spiritaria. I have mine at 230 speed because she needs to be the first one to move on the team. This is mainly for stage 2 because I want her to land defense break on the Golem before anyone else takes their turn. I also got her on super duper water gun shooter so she can boost the attack of the team. In order to land defense breaks, you need at least 65 effectiveness, and besides that, try to get as much DPS stats as possible. She has self-imprint crit chance, so it isn't too bad to get her to 100% crit chance. Then we got Fire Shuri. For Golem, I gave him my copy of Song of the Stars, which is in the process of being plus 30'd. I need him to go after my Free Spiritaria so that way he can land his attack, wherein the Golem has defense break so he does extra damage. Like with Free Spiritaria, he needs to have 65 effectiveness to land debuffs. Shuri is also really cool because his passive increases CR of the team whenever he crits, so this helps make sure my Luna actually takes the turn. Finally, we got Vivian. She's responsible for giving attack buff to the team. I have her on the exclusive equipment that increases her CR by 50% after she S3s, and her S2 in conjunction with Free Spiritaria's S2 is enough to wipe out Wave 1. For Golem 13, I've given her Warhorn, which ensures that she'll take the turn before Luna in Wave 1. This is why I'm hesitant to Mola Shuri because right now she's barely cutting my Luna, but I don't really intend on farming Golem with this team so it doesn't really matter. So I only have her at 88 crit chance, which for Golem is bad because I don't have anyone on the team boosting crit rate, But once again, imagine farming Golem. For the Golem itself, I max molded her S1 so she does maximum amount of damage to the Golem as possible, with target and defense break applied, letting Luna finish up. And then Vivian comes back and finishes for real. So this team has a way lower success rate than my Golem team that I already showed in a previous video, but once again I just wanted to show that Luna is capable of one-shotting Golem. You just need better boots than mine, and possibly imprints. Alrighty, next up is Banshee. So I said there was no gear changes, however there are artifact changes. So Luna stays the same, she's the one unit who stays on the same artifact and same gear for every hunt. Vivian's gear is also the same, however I've moved her to Portrait. This is so that she does more damage to wave 1, but less damage to the Banshee. Once again, she's responsible for setting up attack buff, pushing her own CR by 50%, then cutting Luna to wipe out wave 1 with her S2. Unlike with Golem, it doesn't really matter that her crit rate is only 88, because she has elemental advantage when attacking in this hunt, so she gets 15% extra crit. Then we got Leo. His gear requirement is pretty low. I just have him on spare gear. He needs to be faster than Vivian, so that way he can set up defense break, and for the Luna Banshee team, I've given him my copy of Song of the Stars, previously on Shuri, so that way he can also set up target. And then Luna just kills. Once again, this is not the team I'll use to farm Banshee. I already have a 3-man team that can one-shot Banshee with no target debuff, so I don't see the point in adding this extra level of RNG. Once again, to reiterate, I just wanted to show that it is possible to one-shot every hunt with Luna, for those who want to mola and build the least amount of units possible. And this run, I believe, has similar success rate to a lot of 3-man Banshee 13 teams. Next up, we got Azimanak 13. Fastest unit on the team is Bellona at 265 speed. She needs to land defense break on the front unit and at least one of the other units in wave 1. To help her do this, I have her on the exclusive equipment that boosts her defense break proc rate. The speed that she has is also important because she needs to lap Watcher Shuri and Luna in the boss phase, so that way she can land defense break on the boss. Because she uses S3 on wave 1, gets 3 focus, uses S2 against the boss to get 4 focus, laps the teammates, and uses the S1 to get 5 focus, which procs the S3, defense breaking the boss. Unlike Golem, I actually farm Azimanak, so it's important that everyone has 100% crit rate, so I have her on Midnight Bloom when I am farming this hunt. So this way Vivian has 100% crit. Speaking of Vivian, she literally fulfills the same role as in Wyvern and Banshee, except she has Time Matter. This is so that she can S2 wave 1 and the boss, because if you don't kill the mobs in the boss phase, the Azimanak gets like a defense buff thingy, so you need to wipe them out. Luna stays the same. However, Luna isn't quite enough, so we have a second nuker, Watcher Shuri. This is my PvE Watcher Shuri, so he only has a B speed imprint. This is to make sure my Vivian goes before wave 1, because if they land a lot of poison, something's going to die in the boss phase, so it's important that she sets up immunity. He has 106 speed, which is slightly slower than my Luna, which is important because I need Luna to go before the boss gets the Berserk buff, because Berserk increases the defense of the boss, which means Luna will do less damage. Watcher Shuri, on the other hand, doesn't care about Berserk, because his S3 ignores defense. For Azimanak 13, I have him on Daydream Joker, so he does even more damage. I use this Watcher Shuri for my Caides team as well, however I only need him to finish up a teensy bit of the Caides health. I also switch his imprint to Self, because having a team-wide speed imprint messes up the speed tuning of the team. I put him on Midnight Bloom, which was on Bellona previously, because my other teammates, cough cough, Sirmia, needs more crit rate. Speaking of Sirmia, here's my Sirmia. She's on a rage set and immunity with 135 speed. She has 135 speed, so she'll go before Watcher Shuri and Luna to kill wave 1 with an attack buffed S3. This is also why she's on immunity, because wave 1 has a chance of stunning on the S1, so in case the boss attacks Sirmia, Sirmia won't get stunned. The EE you give her doesn't matter, just make sure you get max attack percent, and she's on Hellcutter, and once I plus 30 this, even with 64% crit rate, she'll have 100% crit rate whenever she takes a turn, because Watcher Shuri is holding Midnight Bloom. This team also gives my Song of the Stars to Elfel, and she has a 274 speed on immunity. It's important that she's this fast because she needs to get 3 turns in before Sirmia takes her first turn, and this is also why it's important that Watcher Shuri's speed imprint is turned off. Upon reflection, she doesn't really need immunity, but these pieces are pretty good on her, so she can keep them. She doesn't need to land target for wave 1, but she does need to land it on the Caides. Luna goes after my Sirmia and does some pretty standard Luna stuff, and then Watcher Shuri finishes off. Finally, Wyvern, the only hunt I truly farm. The team works basically the same way as every Wyvern one-shot team. First up we got Singelica, 200 effect resistance to fully resist the Wyvern strip and push back. Fastest unit on the team at 200-ish speed, because she needs to set up attack buff for wave 1. However, you don't want her too fast because she needs to be the second unit to go during the boss phase. She holds Super Duper Water Gun Shooter to boost team attack, and she's on Team Imprint to further boost attack. SSB with attack buff, drinks, Angelica, attack imprint, Warhorn, and Super Duper Water Gun Shooter is enough to kill Wave 1 with both her S3 and her passive. And then that's all she needs to do. Karin, she's at 158 speed and holds Warhorn. With this artifact, she's able to go before SSB and Angelica during Wave 1, which is good because she lands the defense break before Angelica does the S1 that forces a dual attack with Luna. The exclusive equipment you get for once again doesn't matter, just get max effectiveness or as high effectiveness as you need, so that way she has 65 effectiveness. And then now going back to that dual attack with Angelica and Luna, this dual attack can be pretty RNG, but you all saw how much damage this thing did. It's overkill. I'm pretty sure the weakest S1 from Luna is enough to one-shot the Wyvern, but like I said, it needs more testing. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this Luna showcase. She really is the one-shot queen. This build can one-shot all of the hunts without changing any gear or artifacts on her, and her teammates, I don't need to change any gear, just artifacts. Also, she isn't an ML5. Just to reiterate, in case I wasn't clear, using Luna for Golem and Banshee is a bit too RNG for my taste. I'm only going to be running the Luna comps in this video for A13, Wyvern 13, and C13, because this is the same level of RNG as my current teams. For Banshee 13 and Golem 13, I will be using my other teams. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. I do all kinds of Epic 7 content, such as unit showcases, lore videos, hunt one-shots, and dagger stick quests. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.